Hi, this is Aqeel Rahim from Golf Town. Basically what I wanted to do was clarify the spine angles that I was talking about on the video. And I'm using Aaron Baddeley here as an example down the line. And one of them is with his iron, one of them is with his driver. So here we see on the left side I've drawn two lines through the midsection of his body, indicating the amount of forward tilt that he has. If I go back and start from the top there, that line drawn right through his ears, we're going to see that that line is on a 45-degree on his iron shot. And when we go to the driver, we're going to see that he is a little bit more upright on the driver. Now what that's going to allow him to do is, starting at a little bit more of this tilted position, in order to maintain this tilted position, one of the things that we're going to see is he's going to rotate his shoulders at 90 degrees to this axis. So basically what's happening is he's rotating his shoulders also at the 45-degree mark right here. And we're going to see how that shoulder rotation is at 90 degrees to the spine, which allows him to stay on that same height up here at the top. As he goes through the shot, you can see he's also going to have his shoulders working that same way through the golf ball, which also is going to maintain that same position of his height. Now with the driver, him being a little bit more upright, you're going to see that the shoulder turn naturally becomes a little bit flatter, and you're going to see on that slightly flatter rotation is going to allow him to swing the club on a slightly flatter plane. So as he comes down, you're going to see that the swing plane here is a little bit flatter than on his iron, where it's a little bit more upright on the angle. You're also going to see though on both swings that same thing that I was talking about with his shoulder plane, the same thing that I was talking about with his initial spine angle through his body. So there is a bit of a change in the sense of setting up to the iron. If we draw that line through our midsection, through our ears, and same thing with the driver, will be a little bit more upright. Our key is to maintain that angle during our rotation back, and to try to maintain that angle through the impact area. So as we go through impact, maintain that. And another nice way to look at this is we could always just take the position of the forehead and just put a little dot on it and see how much we move away from that. So if he's staying right on that dot back and right on that dot through impact, and see he's just a little bit away from it there on the iron, right on it with the driver, maintains that position going through really nicely. And then obviously we have to come off our spine angle to allow for a full follow through all the way to the end. So I hope that clarifies some of what I was talking about with the angle. Obviously in the other video doing it outdoors, it was hard to get these angles to be set in these exact positions because we're trying to put the angle into the ground rather than being able to draw it on a V1 system like I'm doing here.